What's up, guys? Thought we would do a little bit of LCT work today in this video. I've got some stuff that I've got to do and just thought I would bring you along. So I've just thrown the screen recorder on and thought we would play. So what we have here, we have some LCT logic. This is a lead lag logic that has been set up, and I need to make some modifications to it. This is for a DOAZ unit. You can see currently that I have this running with an override, and basically what I'm going to be doing, we want both of these units. There's two units of these units for this building, and we want both of the units running when the temperature falls below a certain level, and that's what we're going to do here in this video. Before we get started, guys, I would appreciate it if you would like and share the video. Also, subscribe to my channel. Check out all of the affiliate links down below. And it's always a good idea to have a cup of coffee. So go down there and order you some Blackout coffee. And it's some of the best coffee that you can get. And it's a good coffee, and you get a little bit of a discount if you use my link. So now what we're going to do, I am basically going to jump in here and create, or make some changes, I should say, with the system. We're currently running Metasys MUI 15. There's more that I'm going to be doing and talking about this version. There are some updates, but for now, we've got to set up a simple logic loop. And one of the first things that I'm going to do is, you see me do, I've jumped into my edit screen with LCT. And basically what I'm going to do is a little bit of a comparator. That's the only thing that I need to do, really. Just to add a little bit of logic using a comparator. And here we are as far as our control. And what we want is going to be our greater than and or equal to. I'm just going to see it right here. Or I should say less than. We're going to need our less than. I'm sorry, I've got other systems on my brain. So we're going to pull this out here, and I'm just clicking and dragging and dropping it into my space. And that is going to be the first element. And basically what we're going to be doing is comparing some things, I guess you could say. That's what we're going to be doing in this. I'm going to grab an input. Again, just click and drag it out here and drop it, and it's going to give us this panel. And what I want to drill down to here is I want to get my outside air temperature. So I'm going to scroll down to where I will be pulling my outside air temperature from, which is going to be, we have a central sensor. If I can just find it in our network. This is a rather large network, so it might take me just a minute. And you would think that I would organize it. And this is exactly why I talk about organization when it comes to your systems and keeping things cleaned up. Because the more you organize it, the better off you will be when it comes to trying to find things. All right, here's our outside air temp. I'm going to grab it. Present value, that is the attribute that I want. I'm going to select OK. I'm going to pull it over here just a little bit to give me some room. Zoom in just a bit. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply click on this little edge here where it says output. I'm going to click, and I'm going to drag it to my input, and then right there we go. That is my first connection. Now, I'm also going to need a floating input. This is something that I can do some comparators or a comparison from, so I'm just going to drag this out. I'm going to go into my settings. It's just a floating input. I can add units and all that sort of thing right here. Display precision. Wrong one. Just leave it in there and let it roll. Here we go, constant. Grab my float. Drop it here. The value that I'm going to put in here is going to be 40 degrees. I'm going to say 41 degrees. I can't add the units there, but there again, this is just going to be buried in the logic. Do a comparison, drag here, make my connection. And just because I like to do this, I'm going to add just a 1 degree difference, or you know, just again, doing just like what we did before. Drag that out, click, and drag, and I'm just going to leave that at a 1. That's going to be good enough for what we're doing here. So basically, I've got this to where it's going to be comparing our outside air temperature to 41 degrees. And if it's below that 41 degrees, I want it to issue a true statement, which is what it will do. And then I've got to do something with that statement. Okay, so right here, we have an AND. This is one of our units. Down here's our other. So the logic for them. Just to show you guys, again, this is the BMS unit enable. And you can see that it says BV13, and the way that I can tell what that is I click here, and I'm just going to look at the unit itself. You see it right here, BV13. So I do have the right value, making sure of it. Now you always want to make sure you're writing to the correct points. So what I'm going to have to do, I want to leave all of my other logic in place. I want to leave everything prior to this in place. I'm only adding this for when we fall so cold outside. So what I'm going to do is add an OR gate. I'm going to leave this in place here. I'm simply going to grab an OR. I'm going to pull it out here. Drop it. And from here, from our comparison block, I'm going to make a connection from the output of it, same way that we had done before, up to that OR block. And then here, this is the existing connection. Like I said, I want this to still work if necessary. Whichever two of these statements are true, that's going to go through to turn on that particular unit. So I'm actually going to break this one. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm actually going to take this AND output, and I'm going to make it connect to our OR gate here. So just pull it up a little bit just to make it look a little better. And our output is going to write to the value that we have. And now I'm going to change the priority of this. And this is just me. Whenever I do anything in LCT, I always set the output for the most part to 12 as an application. And I do that basically going back into your priority arrays. That helps you do a little bit of troubleshooting. So that's the first step. And all I have to do is repeat that same step down here. But I'm going to show you a little trick because we've already done most of our work right here. So the only thing I've got to do here is simply delete this, make it go away, breaking that latch just like that right there. And then I'm just going to grab me another one of my logic blocks over here, one of the OR gates. Right here. I don't know why I'm jumping around. One of those days, not enough coffee. Again, my link down below. I'm going to drop that there. I'm going to go ahead and just because I'm here, make my connection to the output. Set that to priority 12. Hit OK. Make my connection from this AND gate to one side of the OR gate. Make my connection from this comparator to the other side of the OR gate. Just like that. Straighten it up just a bit. And there we are. So again, what's going to happen, this lead lag sequence, nothing has changed about that. The only thing that has changed is we've added a comparison block in to where if our outside air temperature falls below 41 degrees, yeah, we get a 1 degree differential. It's actually going to turn both of those units on. And that's going to be just a little bit for freeze protection to help the building as well and to protect the unit because this is a critical system that needs to run and it needs to be protected. And I've got everything done here. Again, simple logic block. All I've got to do now, I'm going to hit my save button and I'm going to check my logic. I'm not going to release any of the overrides yet. It's going to tell me this here. It says this diagram contains configuration warnings. I can go back and look and see what those are. Okay, you can see here the equal signs here, X equals Y. There's some configuration issues here I'm not sure about. I did not write the original programming on this, but it's something that I'll probably have to go back and look at some point. But it will let you go through and do some, you know, I can go through and save this. I'm just going to hit save. And then later on, I'm going to have to go back in here and dig into these to see what's going on. But now it has saved that now, and the program is active. So let's just look at what we have. This is false now. Currently 61 degrees outside. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, and I want to put these units back under their normal control. So I'm going to release the overrides. You can see here, a little more cleanup that I need to do. I'm going to release them. Get rid of that override on that one, and then go in and release the override on the other one. But guys, that is just a little bit on some LCT programming in Metasys MUI. I hope that it is just a little more information out there to you. Hope it helps you. Thank you for watching this video. I would appreciate it if you would like and share this video. It really does help. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel. Check out all the affiliate links down below. It really helps to support the channel. Thanks for watching, and we will see you next time. And leave me any questions down below.